This is Sandra. I am still in the garage sharing my green card journey. If you're watching this video for the first time, you will know that I don't have a venue. Squatting in someone's house and it's quite noisy. So I came into the garage and I don't want to wait for perfection because that will never come. I just need to share my story. Whether my video is perfect or not, what matters is that I'm able to share my story. Now, let's get started. So my first video, I was telling you how I found myself applying for the green card lottery. It was such a long story. So if you are interested in now knowing the processes from from what happened after I won my green card lottery, this is the video where I'll talk about that. Let's get down to business. So, after realizing that I had won the green card lottery, I was a DV2023 winner. I don't know. Reading, this is why they say if you want to hide information from an African, put it in writing. The instructions were clear. On my first notification letter, the one that told me I randomly selected. But somehow I did not understand it. I just thought all I saw was fiscal year, October 2022 to September 2023. So in my mind, I thought, oh, I don't have to do anything. I have to wait for October, then maybe go to the embassy, find out how I can book my appointment to attend my visa. Wow. The noise is following me even in here. Can you believe that? Anyway, yeah. Can you believe how stupid that was? I mean, I can laugh at myself now. Yeah. So I went back to the farm. Those who watched my first video will know that I was doing some farming project. I was harvesting soya. So I went back to the farm and to harvest my soya. And I thought, oh, life is good. I just have to wait for October 2022 to maybe that's when I'll even go to America. I had no idea of my next steps because I never used to follow. That's how uninterested I was. I never even used to follow videos about the DV lottery. I had no idea what to do next. So, when I went to the farm, and I remember one instruction my mom had given me was like, don't tell anyone that you've won. It's an African thing. We believe that when we tell people, maybe someone will steal my blessings. But I said, unless God...
Oh my God, you just scared the shit.
What? What's that?
The kids want to come in the garage.
Watch it! Oh, it's loud. What?
God help me, I need a job. I need a job. I need a house. Now I have to find a different venue to continue sharing my story. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about this. The owner decided that the kids wanted to use the garage. So yeah, I need to find a different venue. I guess it's time for us to go for a walk. This story has to be told one way or the other. Okay. Where was I? God, where was I? One day I'll have my own place, my own room where I can make my YouTube videos in peace. Look, these kids are following me. God. Should I even make this video? So I think I said something about my mom being reluctant to share information because she thought this belief that in Africa, if you share information, someone is, oh my gosh. Okay, I finally managed to get rid of those kids. Can we go back to sharing my story now? Yeah. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. So it is well. Everything happens for a purpose. All in good time. This should motivate me to work hard. I think I'll probably need to get 3 or 4 jobs so that I can start working and finally have my own apartment where I won't be disturbed. Anyway, where was I? I'm so sorry about this, guys. I'm really sorry. I've been trying to make this perfect. It doesn't seem to be working. Okay, I was talking about not sharing information, right? So, I still went against what my mom said, and I decided to share information. And I'm glad I did, because can you imagine if I had just kept quiet and kept it as a secret? I wouldn't have known about DS260. So a friend of mine then told me, Sandra, have you filled in your DS260? And I was like, what in the world is that? What is that? And then she was like, no, you're supposed to fill it in. That is what is going to confirm that you have accepted to be processed for the green card. If you don't fill in the DS260, then you will not be processed. And I thought, no, but I read somewhere that we have to wait for October, the 5th. Then she was like, no, you have to do it in the quickest time possible. I was at the farm. I didn't even have internet or a laptop to do that kind of stuff. And she said, Sandra, if you want to go to America, you better get back to Lusaka, okay? Leave your soya beans, leave the farm, go to Lusaka, go and fill in your DS260. Once you fill it in, you can then go back to the farm and continue with your soya beans. That's how I left the next day. Went to Lusaka, opened my DS260, and well, I didn't even know where to open it. I had to go on Google, and then I found the link. That's how I entered the form. First, they ask you for your case number, the first step. The second step, they ask you for your confirmation number, your year of birth, your surname, and stuff, and then you start filling in the document. I tried to go on YouTube to watch some videos to just get guidance. It was a detailed document. I did not fill it in one day. I had to take breaks because there was information like address that I didn't know, and I had to go to some of the places where I had lived from the time I was 16, and other information about my parents and stuff like that. Anyway, I was panicking and I was wanting to finish this DS260 as quickly as possible, that I even overlooked some important information. Like, I forgot to put my high school information, and then I thought maybe that's not important since I have a degree, and I submitted my DS260. Then, as I was listening to other YouTubers, I realized that actually high school is more important than degree, okay? And then I realized the mistake I had made. I went back to my form. I tried to edit. I realized that I couldn't edit it. It was locked. So again, through YouTube, I learned that I can request to unlock my DS260, and which happened. I unlocked it. I made an edit. I included my high school information, and then I resubmitted it and got my confirmation page. Because when you edit, it means the first confirmation your page you had becomes invalid. So I had to get a new confirmation page. Then I was in the process of applying for my birth certificate because I didn't have a birth certificate. So when applying for my birth certificate, I had to attach my mom's NRC, that's her national ID. And then I realized that my mom's name, what I thought was a nickname, was actually her government name. And I thought, oh my gosh, on my DS260 I wrote a wrong name, and I was like, I have to correct that. But then I kind of dragged my feet a bit, and then I came across other information. I came across a video that was talking about some visa interview where someone who didn't pass maths was denied a visa, And then I got scared and I thought, I haven't passed maths, so what can I do? Then I realized that I probably need to strengthen my case by including work experience, all right? And I thought, I had included my work experience in the DS260. But then when I went to the website where you can check if you have qualifying work experience, I realized that I do not have qualifying work experience because I was a marketing assistant, marketing associate, gym manager, social media manager. All those posts were not on that website. The only one that was recognized in the marketing field was that of a marketing manager. And I thought there's no way I can go to my former workplace and try to say, maybe try to write something for me to show that I was a manager. And I was like, I can't take that risk because that's lying. That's committing fraud. So then I thought, what am I going to do? So then I started looking at other careers. Then I stumbled upon the insurance job. And in my first video, I talked about insurance. And this is where it now comes to line up. All right? I thought, being an insurance sales agent actually qualifies. It has a 7.0 rating. And I had thought so lowly of that job that I never even included it in my DS260 the first time I was putting in information, because to me it was just a part-time job that I was just doing just to pass time. Then I realized that it was actually an important job. So again, I went and I unlocked my DS260. I edited my mom's name, and then I included my insurance information. At first, I had reservations about unlocking my DS260 because I was thinking it was going to affect my interview date. But then I watched something that said, you are better off being delayed to be interviewed than going to the embassy with wrong information, mistakes that you could have corrected to strengthen your case. So that's what inspired me to unlock my DS260 despite the fear that I would delay my process. So if you've noticed a mistake, correct it while you can. Don't wait until the interview day, because by then it is too late. Then I realized I also had an issue with my name. All right? I am Sandra Ndona Kasonso. My passport has Sandra Ndona Kasonso. My birth certificate has Sandra Ndona Kasonso. But my academic papers did not have Sandra Ndona Kasonso. So I thought, they might use this against me. I watched videos and I realized I needed to do an affidavit, swearing that I am the same person, okay? And then I went to the Boma, the court place, and initially they wanted me to scrape off my middle name. And I was like, that's not necessary. It's not like I'm trying to enter in university and they are denying me to enter. I just want to use it for an interview, just to assure the consular that I am the same person. I'm just coming to swear that I'm the same person. No need for me to, because if I remove my middle name, it would have meant getting a new birth certificate, getting a new passport, getting a new national ID, and I refused. So I just did, but I tried to. I didn't want to come out like, you know, like I'm disputing what they're telling me. So I just played it cool, and I told them that, okay, you know, I'll come back to do that other process, but just help me prepare something that I can use for now. And even when I did it, she said, this is a temporal thing. You need to come back and I don't know, there's a term for it, completely changing your name. Anyway, I got my affidavit swearing that I'm the same person. And then I had to also go to some old supervisor to write me a confirmation of employment, because when I was working for her, she didn't give me a contract. So I went and I asked her to write me a confirmation of employment. When we had parted ways, it was not so good. So I was kind of reluctant to go to her. And I kind of left it until the last minute because I was kind of reluctant. But then I just said, you know what? I don't want to leave any stone unturned. If my visa gets denied, I don't want to say, oh no, maybe I should have done that. All right? I felt I need to do everything I need to do, over prepare, so that if, God forbid, my visa is denied, it's because maybe it was just not the right time for me, not because I could have done something to prevent it. So, yeah, that's how I wrote to her. And oh my God, I mean, I just had favor because she wrote a lovely letter for me, The other jobs, I didn't have to ask them to write because there was already a contract, even a letter of termination when I was retrenched. I just submitted those things because they're only interested in the work experience that you had in the last 5 years, not 10 years ago or 8 years ago. No, the last 5 years. So I submitted that to try and strengthen my case. Then in my research, I came across the need to have a host. Okay, I didn't worry so much because my sister is in the US. But then I came across information that my host needed to fill in an affidavit of support, which is an I-134 form that they need to fill in. And so I told my sister, you need to fill in this form. I hope you've even paid your taxes, because it's not just a matter of filling in your form. I need you to attach a copy of your citizenship. I need you to attach your latest pay slip. I also need you to attach your W-2 to show that you pay taxes and the latest taxes. Thankfully for me, she had filed her taxes quite early in January. So she already had that form. And I also sent her a video from another YouTuber, Verified Soul, who did a lovely step-by-step video on how to fill in this form. So I just got the link and I sent it to my sister. I was like, I'm not taking chances. I want you to fill it in correctly. And well, she insisted that she's capable of doing it. But anyway, she still referred to the video. And I got my information. And that's how I was able to get my I-134 from my sister. I didn't even know if that was important in Zambia or not. But I realized this is something I have to add. Better to over-prepare than under-prepare. That was my motto. Then there was the waiting process. Okay, from the time I submitted my DS-260 to when I was going to be called for my interview, I waited for 9 months. At that time, I had no idea how long it would take, but watching YouTube videos and other people talking about the DV lottery kind of helped me know where I was in the journey. My case number was AF 24,000 something, okay? So it wasn't so high, and I was following this website where you could go and enter your case number. It would tell you what your chances are, and it told me that my chances were moderate, okay, that I was somewhere in the middle. And yeah, so now I was waiting for my 2NL, which is my second notification letter, and my second notification letter came early January. That's when it came. I got an email from KCC telling me that they had found an interview date for me and that I should check with my local embassy for my next steps. And boy, was I excited. So excited, super excited. Anyway, I think I've talked too much. Let me end this. I was hoping I could finish, but it's gonna be too long of a video. So I am ending here, and then the next video now, I am going to talk about my journey, what happened after I got my second notification letter, and the interview process. Yeah. And I hope we'll have a better venue.